We go. Alright, welcome to the stream to some Dragons of Stormwreck Isle. I'm Charlie, I'm the DM for this group here, and apparently we're having an ad break is what just popped up in my thing. But it's okay. Introductions, I feel like it's fine if people miss that, so we'll just keep rolling with it. And we will just go through, and because on my thing it's not a ad break, so here we go. Matt, you are up first.
Hello, I'm Matt. I am our resident dwarven ranger, Balric. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Nice. Faith, you're up. Jackie.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I am Faith, our tiefling warlock paladin.
Okay. Derek.
Good evening, everybody. I am Derek. I am playing Harag Witherson, our evil necromancer.
Okay, and Devin.
Welcome back, everyone. And if this is your first time tuning in, I am Devin. I am playing Duper Thundermint, our paladin.
Nice. And Aaron.
Hello, everyone. I am back once again playing our human artificer, June Seabreeze.
Nice. Oh, Jackie, you disappeared on my screen.
Yeah, a little technical difficulties. I apologize. I'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah, no worries. All right. Yeah. Who would like to catch Matt had to go pick up a truck last week? Just be a minute.
It's a nice truck, though.
Anyone who would like to recap?
No, we got into a cave. We met some Myconids. They originally didn't want to help us, but we eventually convinced them to allow us to help them. And then we fought a bunch of few dragons who almost scalded the party half to death.
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate.
Charlie tried to kill Harag. I talked him out of it.
That's right, I forgot about that.
But we killed them.
Oh yeah.
Killed them off, so we ended being in this cave, which may or may not still have smoke in it. That's hovering about 3 feet off the ground.
Oh, perfect. I just have to lightly hunch.
Yeah, everything's just perfect. Alright, let me move you all over to the map and I'll fix it and then I will jump in. And Aaron, you get inspiration for recapping. I don't know if that's ever been said while you've been with us. But hey, we haven't scared you off yet, so like we're doing great. Okay, that looks good on the stream end. Alright, so yes, you all have just defeated. There were 3 Fume. Are they dragons or drakes?
Drakes.
Okay,
Drake.
I was like, I described them as dragons. That's right. It's like I'm
You
lost.
like small dragons, confusing the hell out of us, scaring us to death. We're like, we're level 2 fighting dragons.
Okay. All right, level 1 fighting displacer beast. I feel like maybe I've got to scare you a little bit to know that retreat is always an option.
I don't know what you mean. I feel great still.
Not scare us. I
Yeah.
mean, that's cool too.
I feel like I'm
Hey,
missing
new
a.
plan.
Nope, I'm not missing it. I was like, I feel like I'm missing a token, but I'm not.
New
I
plan.
mean, everyone looks
Oh.
pretty decent, looking at health wise.
I'm only at 8.
Okay, everyone's
Is
like
there any way
down
you
by
can
like
kick me
half.
out of the game, or kick me out of Foundry for a minute so I can log in.
My computer just. I might have just lost my GPU.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that's struggling because I think our Wi-Fi's taking a shit because I can't hardly hear you guys.
This
Oh
is
my
no
gosh.
bueno.
Yeah, we have all become robots. It's fine.
I'm not having any issues.
Oh yeah.
okay. Well, now you need to knock on wood.
Got it.
Do we need a hot minute before we jump in? I feel like everyone just immediately had tech issues.
I just disconnected my second monitor. I might be all right.
Oh yeah, like Matt's like completely frozen.
So I lost my GPU. Yeah. My computer just completely killed itself. I'm gonna shut this computer off. I will be right back.
Okay.
I have a different one I can use.
Here comes the jet engine computer.
All right, I'm going to put us on a be right back screen because I'm gonna need to take care of his camera and stuff too real quick. So we all just introduced ourselves and we're gonna be right back as we deal with tech issues. I think we're absorbing what my Saturday AM group usually puts up with, and so like we're just sharing the love. But we will be right back momentarily. All right. Welcome back, everybody. At least I think I'm back. Okay, yes, there I am. I was like, I thought I was back, but who knows? Sorry about that. We are taking over some of the technology difficulties I always have with my Saturday AM. We're sharing that love here on Tuesdays to help them out. So, since we only play once every 60 days in that group, we're taking on some of that. Anyway, all jokes aside, we had just recapped where we're at. We are currently in this cave that is filled about at like 3 feet from the bottom, kind of like a dense like fog. Believe I described it as being red in color. I know I rounded up, Heather. I apologize. It was only 55.
How dare you?
And the group had just my audio is loud. Had just defeated 3. Let's see, is that better? Yes. Okay. I was like all the way in red, probably screaming. Okay. We had just defeated 3 of the fume drakes, and you all are standing there. Balric is feeling great. Everybody else is feeling not at their finest in this moment.
God dang it, Balric.
I'm feeling fantastic. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks for the backup, France.
I had a great nap.
Hold on, let me help.
Sure, it's fine. I mean, we've all seen how talented Balric is in combat.
Yeah, I don't think I would have been much help anyways, so.
Oh, I can only do it with one person. Okay, well, I choose myself.
Are you Tyler on there? You just
Yes.
restored 2 hit points.
Woo!
Yeah.
Burp, burp, burp.
This group apparently has a different approach, Heather, than you. They're going to use all their channel points on healing, not
Well,
on
for now.
rerolling. Yeah, for now. Okay, as the group is in the cave, you having just defeated the fume drakes, what would you all like to do? Also, just so you were forewarned, I am getting ready to play music coming through.
So the smoke's not dissipating?
It is not.
I think we need to try to figure out where the smoke is coming from. And be wary of more of those things. Apparently they're very good at hiding.
I want to take a look from where they came from to see coming there.
Okay, so you're wanting to investigate the fume drakes further, kind of looking to see where they were coming from, or the area that they were in.
Yes.
Okay, and that's the same for Junior, kind of wanting to investigate, seeing where the smoke is coming from. Roll investigation for me.
You can have guidance on that, Faith.
Sweet. Thank you.
Alright, so with a 10, you, as you're kind of looking through, you do notice, that within, like, the smog itself, there seems to be kind of, like, a very faded, like, wispy trail, circulating the room, and it would be that, like, wispy stuff that you're seeing on the map itself.
can have sex or tell people I love what's going on with me.
Can I follow the trail?
Yes, you're able to move through and look. As you're walking around, you do see, like, this room on the walls. There are various different colored crystals. But as far as, like, so what are you trying to determine about the fume drakes themselves?
I'm just trying to see. Honestly, I'm following the trail of fumes, trying to figure out the source so I can stop it. Also, last week I did say I was going to try and get one of those moon crystals in the.
Okay. Well, and then I was confused. I looked in your chat. I didn't remember telling you about the moonstones. I might have said it in here, but I was like, I don't remember that. But yes, you can take a look around. But as far as finding the source with your investigation check, you're not too sure what the exact source is as you're looking around in that area. At most, right now, you're just being able to kind of follow the trail where they were, but not figuring out where they originated from.
Sure you say that right?
Son of a bitch. That's why none of the girls ever with you.
Okay, and Gene, you said you were looking for the source of... Jackie, your TV is pretty loud.
Yeah,
Dang
it's
it.
like
All I heard was son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
You're gonna give me some copyright strikes.
yeah, if I knew the TV show, I could probably tell you which which episode.
You're making them laugh at me, baby.
I'm just laughing. I need a laugh after today, so thank you.
Oh god. Charlie was like, I don't remember talking about the moonstone. Son of a bitch.
I don't.
Oh yeah, and it's totally.
I
Charlie, it's totally in player 2 there, where you talk
Is
about
it?
the moon crystals.
I,
Yeah.
So I searched and I was like, I don't see anything when I searched.
I think, you know what I bet you were looking either in player 1 on Saturday's game, or you were looking in like player 1 for this game going, I remember, because you're on the wrong character, that's fine.
No,
I don't know, I just looked at player 2 and there wasn't much after it, so.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember, when you said it last week, I was like, I don't remember. It's because I wrote that and I just copied and pasted it. Like, I knew I was gonna dump that to your character, and like I was being clever, but obviously not that clever. Because I was like, how did Jackie know about the moon crystals? And you're right.
I'm psychic.
Well, no, I was like, I just don't know. Did I say it? I mean, it didn't matter to me. I was just like, but I don't know how you knew about the moon crystals. But here we go. Mystery solved. It's because I searched.
You don't want to be on TV? Oh, yeah. There you go. Come on.
All right. So anyway, yeah, as you are looking around for a moon crystal, you do see that, like, on the walls of this cave, like, the moon crystals are kind of, like, mixed in, like, every so often, like, there's one that is protruding from the wall.
Are they removable?
Well, you didn't ask me. You said you were looking for a moon crystal.
I said I was going to try and get moon crystal, or I'm high. Just either way.
I mean,
I thought that's what.
As you are looking at it, like, they're there. I mean, anything can probably be removable. Like, you will just have to make a swing at it with something hard.
Oh, okay. No, see, that's not what I was asking for. Easy.
Nothing looks to be too easy for you at this point. June, you said you were gonna look to see more about, like, where the smoke itself is coming from, so you can roll an investigation because that's kind of separate from looking at the fume drakes themselves.
Could I
my still guidance for this? I don't know why it rolled twice.
They were both the same though, right? No.
Well, the first one was a 14.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it that way when I was looking. There you go, 15. As you are looking around the room in here, you do determine that it seems like the source of the smoke in here is as you are looking at the area, you notice that there are some like fissures that have like kind of opened up from beneath in the floors of the cave itself, and it seems as though the smoke is like rising up from those different cracks in there. And then June, can I have you roll a history check for me? Okay, nice.
15.
All right.
Yeah, they're okay.
You would have known or heard of a legend about a fire-breathing dragon called Saruth, who ages ago rampaged up and down the Sword Coast. Other dragons joined forces trying to battle with Saruth, and they ultimately ended up imprisoning. The legend is that she's been imprisoned underneath the ocean floor in hopes that that seawater would quench her fire and keep her bound forever. And from that, the story of like how Stormwreck Isle came to be is that Saruth's fury from being bound underneath the ocean led to the volcanic activity that formed Stormwreck Isle. So it is believed that she is resting beneath the island here. Oh, I don't like when you all type to me. It tells me that I don't pronounce things as well as I think.
I'm sorry! I can't spell.
No, I think that was probably a combo because it was TH instead of K. It's all good though. I like that you're taking notes because I obviously don't. And then I forget.
Well, this is an important bit of information, so I don't want to forget it. So June kind of walked over and kind of looking over these fissures. They'll look back to the group. I think these fissures are what basically amounts to what's a way I can say this in a way that you'll understand? So you know what happens to a teapot if you don't release the steam from it?
It explodes.
Yeah.
Think.
That's basically what these fissures are. They're releasing pressure from the volcanic activity and gases underneath where we are. And if you believe the stories,
Legends.
these all exist because of a ancient dragon that exists below Stormwreck Isle that created it by the name of Saruth. And it's her fury that built the island and acts as a marking spot for her imprisonment, as supposedly she is trapped on the seafloor, or underneath it for that.
Well, if this is true, we should we should definitely let someone know. I don't think that we have a good way to seal these fissures, do we?
Can we redirect them somehow?
I think it's likely if we try to plug them, we will just get more. So the best thing we can do is to try to create a release point where all this smoke and gas can escape into the outside.
Will that not release? Will
Like
that
a
not
chimney.
Make won't
Yeah,
that
like a
make a weak point for whatever's beneath?
Not as long as it's only connected to this area itself, and it's not impacting the foundation of this room.
But if we can find a way to do that, I'd be down to try, and I'll start kind of looking at the stone around it to see if I know anything about this type of stone. Being a dwarf.
Tell me where.
Roll for me. I guess what would be for using your stone? Because it's stone cutting, right? That you're using.
It's a history-based roll.
Okay. All right.
Or at least if I remember the wording of the stone cutting ability anyway.
Yeah, proficient in history
That sounds about
skills related to stonework.
Okay. Roll a history check on it.
History. And it's double proficiency, so it'll be +2 with this. Ooh, that's a 22 actually total.
Alright, and you are looking specifically at trying to figure out how to redirect?
Yeah, or kind of like redirect or kind of release pressure somehow. I'm guessing releasing pressure will cause a fairly large, like, kind of a tear, but yeah, anything like that, just something to try and alleviate some of the issues that this cave is seeing.
Okay, and then did I imagine that I typed something? Jackie, if you can check your chat for me, the second message I sent. As Balric looks around, in the room, trying to kind of figure out how to, alleviate that pressure from below, that's coming through, the only thing that, like, you would maybe kind of think of with it is perhaps trying to make those small fissures larger, like trying to hit into them would, like, open up more of that pressure if that's the route that the group would want to go with that. But as far as, like, looking for a, like, point here to, like, alleviate that pressure of what's bubbling underneath, like, you're not too certain about that piece itself.
Just let me know. Other than
Well,
the refuge are you?
so far, all that I can really think of is opening up the fissures. I guess, does anyone else think of anything better, or should we just hit these and see if it works?
You probably shouldn't have right here. It's too hard.
I mean, it is worth a try. I mean, we try to make one a little bit bigger. It seems to help. We can keep going. If it seems to worsen, we aspects of this game, we can always stop at one.
What's more benefits on you? That's on you.
True. You know, I still honestly think it would be a good idea to contact one of the elders, kind of, maybe Tarak or someone like that. Maybe Runara.
Say
Someone.
you mind.
It is true. We could get another opinion on maybe certain aspects that we could be overlooking.
It hurts to
Charlie, I sent you a response.
Oh. And if we go back for help, we won't be the only ones called villains if this fails.
Very true. I didn't think of it that way, but thanks for making me feel like I could be a villain.
Well, villain is such a harsh word.
I'm pretty sure it's intended to be a harsh word. Like, that's the whole premise of it.
They were on top.
I mean, what?
At one point, she suddenly
Okay.
turned her back like some
The dragon has been down there for how long exactly? Why is it just thickening now? Why is it... This isn't normal. Guys. We should at least at some point take a look and see why.
If I were to make a guess, most likely its prison is breaking. If you just leave the story.
But that's kind of the point. I mean, we can do this now, but this is only ever going to be a temporary fix. This is the band-aid.
Yeah, we need someone much stronger than we are currently, or at least some kind of guidance, I think.
I just invented band-aids.
I forgot that's what we do in this group. We invent things.
Maybe
The other issue is we still haven't solved the maintenance problem.
Yeah. Was that problem again? I can't remember. I seem to have blacked out for a moment.
Yeah, it's interesting. You come back after the fight. It's fine now.
So,
You come to after the fight. But it's fine, it's fine.
Everything is awesome.
other than
It's
the
fine, Faith.
I mean,
We'll
even
just make
if
him
I'm
carry.
fine.
We'll just make him carry all the loot and everything back, and then do all the work for the next 3 days.
just make him the tank.
I mean, he's not a very effective tank. He's a little short for it.
I want to
Short
point
and stout.
out we have Duper. So
Yeah, but
that is an
Duper can
insult
jump.
to Duper.
Duper
I
can
am-
jump though.
quite offended.
Well, Duper could be taller with his
So are we-
ears.
Yeah, Duper's got
So-
like a foot of ear, so it's fine.
They do not
I mean, are we gonna
stand
try-
straight up. It is a medical condition.
You're in permanent water mode.
Yes.
So are we gonna try
Yeah.
and make a little chimbly?
I don't know if we're strong enough to do that. I'm not sure how sturdy this rock is.
Alright, I need.
Well, I mean,
let's go perceptions. If your passive is higher, we'll go with that.
My passive is not higher.
I know.
Let's be honest.
And you're supposed to be like the go-to
Most
character
likely
of
I'm
the
a-
group because you're like always been here a while.
I got the same as my
Duper,
passive.
are you trying to
Woohoo, I got
persuade
something.
me?
What did I do? Did I hit the wrong
You
one?
you rolled persuasion instead of perception.
Ooh. is.
I-
I am persuading you.
Yes,
Okay.
he is
to the
trying to
right
persuade that
place.
he passed his perception.
Alright.
Let's see.
Oh, yep.
Yep,
And
you've
there's the
persuaded
perception I
me.
needed.
You persuaded me. Well, okay, your thing's the same though, so I'll take your first roll because they are both +2, and that's what really matters. As you all are like looking around trying to figure out the best way,
If you find a pair of high stilettos, can you ask her where she got them?
Jackie, your TV is cracking me up.
And it only
Oh,
comes
oh,
in at the
I wanna-
best possible times.
When I'm talking, it
So
only
this
comes
is
in when
just,
I'm talking. So
Well,
as
naturally.
yeah, as you all are looking around, and with Faith having reminded the group that the dragon has been trapped below for hundreds, if not thousands of years, at least according, with the legend, I guess it would be thousands of years. So with that in mind, that the smoke that's filling the room would be a more recent development. And so as you all look around, you do notice what looks to be kind of like an vent, if you will, that would allow that smoke to dissipate. And currently, as you look closer, what might have seemed like a large crystal kind of popping from the wall is actually something blocking that vent. So that big, large crystal in the back southwest corner of the room seems to be what is causing the smoke that's rising up from those fissures in the ground, causing them to not leave because they have no place to leave from. And like
Could
the
I-
air
Okay,
movement wants
Bolrick.
it to go
Let's try and
back that way.
Could I?
let's try and get.
What's that?
Oh, I was gonna say let's try and get it out, but whatever you were gonna say.
I think we probably have to smash it, right?
So I have this nifty pickaxe here. Could I try and
just
kind of
getting ready
mine
to
it
bring
out?
that up. Duper was just getting ready to ask Balric to try the pickaxe on this blockage.
Yeah, you can
Reference to deep rock.
you can certainly take a look at that rock. Let me see real quick and try hitting it with your pickaxe. I just want to make sure of one thing before you jump with that. And wherever everybody else would be in here, if we could go ahead and be in those spots, just so we.
I do
Where
want to
would be?
do a while we're all getting into position. June pulls out it's what amounts to a very large opaque marble, and I'm gonna use magical tinkering to basically take a picture of these fissures in the stone so we can take them back to Tark and Varnoth to show them what's happening here.
Okay. So you're creating the camera, like the Polaroid camera.
Yeah. To take a still image to record a still image.
And is that how does that take a minute or longer?
Let me actually read it. View a tiny magical, non-magical object with magical property of your choice. Light, message, or a static visual effect, or a static visual effect. It doesn't say time frame or anything. It's basically, it's
Okay,
an
so
action.
so it's instantaneous. Okay.
Yeah.
That is fair enough. Yeah, so as everyone's moving, you are able to do that and take a picture with your newly invented camera of these fissures to take back to show Tarok. Is that who you said you wanted to take it back to show?
Yeah, Tarok and Varnith. Just
Okay.
because they're kind
Yeah.
of immediate leaders and then probably eventually elder.
Okay. Sounds good. And then Balric, my friend, take a swing to hit at the crystal.
I guess what would it? So a pickaxe isn't an actual weapon, is it?
You can just roll a d20, like a.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you're not gonna miss. I guess really.
Here's hoping.
Ranger.
Really.
Oh god damn it!
No, that you didn't need to roll that because you're not going to miss a stone in the wall. Like that's stupid. I mean, if you do, then you probably would be hitting yourself because you're kind of that dumb. Roll damage. You can decide what kind of damage you think it would do. Probably what, a d10 maybe.
Okay. I almost just rolled a d100. That would be.
By the way, big turn.
Can he add his strength to it?
So I got a
Nope.
6.
You got a 6. Okay, so you approach this and describe how you're taking a hit at it for us.
So I've been in the mines a fair amount as a dwarf in my homeland. I can't remember the name that I lived in basically a mining village of the dwarves, and so I spent a fair amount of time in the mines. So basically, I'd kind of walk up to it like it was a vein of ore, and just kind of do my good kind of a little bit of a warm up, couple back and forth, and then up and over, and just basically one big bite at it.
All right. As you walk over and you give this big swing at this diamond in the rock here, you kind of hike it up. You go, you swing, and I need everybody to go ahead and roll some initiative for me.
Oh no. Yay! I rolled a 6.
I think I rolled 20 last time too. No, I didn't. I got like a 21 because I had a great goal before me.
See, I was smart. I got backed around the corner.
I backed myself.
I
into
saw
the
you were
corner.
doing that. I was thinking, what are you thinking it's gonna do? Explode?
Okay, so as you swing into this, you see that this crystal, it didn't really take much, even as you're swinging to hit it. Just that first graze before the rest of the pickaxe comes following behind, sends this crystal shattering on to the ground, and as it does, the fumes in the room, they immediately start to escape the area, and as they do, you all see do both. You see these two fume drakes that are by this purple crystal. They begin to dissipate out as well as the smoke is clearing. If you would like to swing to hit at them, you can. As they go by, if people want to take opportunity attacks on them, but they are exiting the room. So I will let you decide what you want to do. First would be June, and then Duper, just kind of going by as they go past you. Would you want to swing, or are you letting them, because it's just, sucking them out and up out of the room?
I do just gonna let him go.
Alright, Parag, you have one coming past you. Would you let it go, or try doing something to it?
I'd let it go, but Parag would probably just laugh at it as it's being sucked to its death.
Alright, we hear this hideous laughter, and then, Faith, one's going past, well, both of them will end up getting sucked past you. Are you letting them go, or are you gonna take a swing at them?
I'm gonna let him go.
Okay. And then, Balric, what about you?
I would not exactly be expecting it, so I'd probably just let him kind of fly past.
Okay. Yeah, so these exit the room as you all... Well, I thought I exited. As you all are standing there and you see the smoke is just immediately going. And then as you turn back your attention to where you just shattered the crystal, you see that inside of here there's this obsidian like spear that has come and it's fallen across. The crystals are all over, so I would say up to the square that's in between Balric and Faith, that's going to be difficult terrain. I will draw. Let me know. So I would say I don't want to circle. I love technology. I just wanted a line. There we go. I would say that half circle I just drew across, that would be difficult terrain for any movement sake. But and anything up in the area behind the crystal would be difficult terrain. But it smashes to the ground, and you see this long serpentine creature that has blood red and orange scales that are kind of shimmering from the light that's flickering from behind this vent area here. And there's sparks that are flying from the crystal having been shattered. There's like this trail of embers happening from it. You feel this intense heat kind of wash over, especially Balric and Faith. You feel this heat washing over you, and these eyes are glowing at you like red hot candles as you all see a fire snake emerge. The good news is it rolled crappy on initiative. June, you were up. Maybe.
Just gonna try to shoot with my crossbow. After sliding down, actually there's no way I have line of sight on it and cannot shoot for people.
But yeah, they are both directly in front of you.
I mean, if you took like a 5-foot step to the left, maybe.
Sends an arrow right through my right butt cheek.
And details.
Actually, that would be my left.
I did say take a step to the left, so yeah. He's just a dwarf. Shoot it over his head.
True.
It's so close. I mean, we can play it this way, because, like, he is, like, right there that you would possibly clip him. If you roll a 1, it's hitting Balric.
It's fine. I'll heal if I have to.
He also didn't put, like, his characters are full health, so...
There we go. Here's punishment.
Yeah, I almost rolled a 1.
It didn't, though. And didn't is the important part.
With Balric being, like, right in the midst of this, it's too much of a distraction, plus the shattering of the crystal itself. You do miss it. That snake is kind of slithering around. Anything else that you would like to try?
No.
Alright, then next up we have Faith.
All right, Jackie doesn't remember. Is the fire snake just a regular little snake, or is it a big guy?
That's a really awesome question. I don't think it's a big guy. I mean, it's... I didn't describe it as a dragon this time.
Well, I hope not. It's a snake. And at least call it a worm.
It's medium in size, so it's not small or anything, but like it's pretty hardy.
Alright, until Balric gets his fat ass out of the way, I'm gonna have to Eldritch Blast him. Love you, Balric.
An 11, unfortunately, does not hit. Anything else for Faith? Alright, Harag, you are up.
So, with both Faith and Balric being right in the road, I'm going to have to chill touch this snake.
Which is neither chill nor touch.
Well, it's touch. It's just skeletal. Please roll. Oh, it did. Aha, I did fix it.
Nice.
16.
A 16 will hit.
Four.
Nice. As you cast a chill touch upon this fire snake, it turns its like little beady eyes on to where it senses that the chill touch is coming from. Balric.
I'm trying to. I would like to use my action to disengage if I'm within striking range and move out of the way here. And you said that where I'm standing there is
Difficult terrain.
difficult terrain. Okay, so that would take 10 feet to get out of technically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's 10 feet, and then I have 15 feet left. So I can move to about there. I'm still in the way, but it'll be okay. And I'll just if it's a free action, I'll get my bow ready
Okay.
in the next round.
Alright.
And that would be all.
Man. Balric, I was like ready. Alright, you see... Go ahead.
I didn't feel like killing it from the inside out, so.
So, Faith being up at the front, you see as the snake slithers towards, that is not the right tool to move it, slithers towards, Faith there, and it is going to first attempt. Ah, thank you for the lurk. It is going to first attempt to bite at Faith. It is going to miss with that, and being pissed off that it misses, it slithers its body and turns, so it is going to attempt to try to hit with its tail. That also misses. I don't know why it was having me... Oh, that was weird. Okay. Both attacks missing on Faith, and that is going to then put us to Duper.
My turn. So, kind of hugging, staying as close as I can to this little rock wall.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Okay, so I am going to tuck up right behind but kind of like keeping myself towards that bronze wall.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Word of Radiance on the snake, and only the snake.
Okay.
I need a Constitution save.
Ten.
It just passed.
Damn. And it has a +0 to that.
That is all Duper can do.
Alright. June, you're up.
I'm gonna slide over here, and we're gonna try to shoot it again.
Okay. Oh, I like
Don't
saw it,
know
and
what
then
it
it's
did
gone.
with that roll. Like
What?
it rolled, but the roll didn't come up.
Like I saw it, and then I was like, oh, I don't see it, and then it was gone.
Okay, we'll just try one more time, I guess.
Okay. A 13 does not hit, unfortunately.
And it's used to it at this point.
Anything else for June?
No.
Okay. Alright. Fate, you are up.
Alright, we'll just do my signature flame blade, and we're gonna beat him up. So I stab him. Come on. There you go. Now this time actually hit.
That will do it.
That now, roll nice. Roll in deep crimp if it doesn't. There we go. Max damage for 12.
Okay, so... And did that include your green flame blade?
Let me check something, because I think at this point it's more flavor. That's just her job, but... let me double check.
He's not allowed within 50 yards ever.
Oh, yeah. At this point, it's just effect.
Okay.
At this early stage, I can only make...
Can you, in the chat, send the green flame? I just need to check something for, resistances. Or, I mean, I guess if anyone in here knows. So, if it's resistant... Well, I don't know. I don't want to give anything away yet.
It's the normal effect, so it's just, it's the
Okay.
rate, so it should be, I believe, slash.
Okay, perfect. That's what I need to know. Okay, so, and that was 12. As you stab into this fire snake, you feel as though it should have, taken more damage. Like, you feel like you have dealt more damage than it has taken.
Oh, son of a biscuit-eating bulldog.
Alright, anything else for Fate?
No.
Hurrah!
9.
Okay. I
Nice.
guess let's get a little more serious. I'm going to Toll the Dead, the snake.
That's what's up.
Alright.
D12. D12.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Feel like
Got this.
Okay.
An 11.
Ha!
This. Congratulations. Looks like having a
Here you go.
obvious meetings with what we done.
Woohoo!
Here tonight.
That'll work.
I'm just
Whoa.
I believe it's thunder.
Oh, well, technically...
Oh no, it's necrotic, isn't it?
Technically, if we would always remember things, it passed it this time, apparently, but... Okay, so it was 10 on that. Okay.
You only get one shot.
I can't help it, we always forget. Alright,
I know,
this-
but you get one shot.
The fire snake is kind of like beginning to curl itself in from the attacks that you all are taking. So kind of like a ball python like coiling into that ball. Balric, you are up.
We'll move over here next to actually I'll move over to this one next to June. And I would like to
Jackie,
take
if
a
you
shot
could mute
with my
for me.
bow.
Yeah, you can shoot with your bow.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Thank you.
That
Go, let's see.
hopefully hits. That's
That does hit.
total. Ooh.
Alright, as you send your arrow going through, it does finish the job. Maybe not quite as much as you would have thought, but the fire snake is defeated. Describe what we see happening.
Well, I just kind of step over and take a shot, and I say, "Sorry, I missed the last fight, everybody. That's my bad."
Alright, and you all see as the snake stops slithering around and just goes limp on the ground below it. Alright. What would the group like to do at this point?
Could I look around at all of my friends and see who I can see who looks like they're probably about the most hurt?
Yes.
I think that's you, Duper.
I know Harag's not feeling the greatest either.
Oh, is Harag not feeling too good?
Percentage-wise, it's probably like... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's Dipper or Jackie percentage-wise.
Really? Because I'm over 50%, so...
Okay, well then your sheet's not updated on my end. It says... Well, I mean, yeah, but... So, you guys are at the same exact numbers, actually. If your sheet's updated in Foundry, both of you are sitting at 10.
I'm not ready to go back to
I'll walk over to Duper and just kind of walk up and cast Cure Wounds and say, "Sorry, I missed out, friend," and heal him for it's not much, but 3.
Inspiration, love.
You know, go over to Faith and be like, you know, you don't always need to take the hits for all of us, right? As I heal Faith for 9 points of healing.
Nice.
Thank you. And I'll put my hand on... 9. Here we go. Put my hand on June and say, I can't let you get hurt, my friend.
Yeah, but somebody's got to carry your big ass home sometimes. I say with a playful grin on my face.
Harry, I can fly.
As the group has defeated the fire snake and the smoke has dissipated out of this room, you all do inside of your heads hear cheering coming from all the myconids as they inside your head you just hear them like kind of applauding, if you will, and saying thank you, thank you. The curse has been lifted. And what you can see in this cave after removing that crystal is like now the sunlight is really coming in to the cave. And it's like filled with that bright light from the sun. And that would be why the myconids wouldn't want to come into this room, because they have like a sensitivity towards that light.
Is there any big bits of that crystal left?
Let's see. The crystal, when it shattered, shattered into about like 64 different pieces. So like there are some like good sized bits, but like not anything like ginormous. So maybe 3 inches or so.
It's fine. June will collect a few pieces.
Balric would too, and kind of gauge how everybody feels about sticking around in this cave for a little bit until I can try and cut the skin off of this snake.
Do you think Balric would skin the snake, or because like snakes are, you know, long and skinny and stuff, do you think he would just take the snake itself and skin it later?
Oh yeah, probably take the snake and skin it later. That's true. I forgot it was like a normal sized snake, so.
Okay. Yeah, so Balric goes and he picks up the snake. As you do, make a... No, don't make anything. As you pick it up, you do feel, like, as you go to reach towards it, you feel, that, like, heat still, but it's not, like, as hot as when it first, came out of the crystal itself, but, like, you do feel the heat, and as you, like, reach towards the snake, like, it's getting warmer, the closer your hand gets to it.
Okay.
Are you still reaching
getting,
to
like...
grab it?
I would definitely kind of get my bag ready, like have a separate pouch that's completely, like just completely devoid of everything else, and have that ready so that I could try and put it in there. But then I would try and handle it as little as possible while putting it in there.
Yeah, so you kind of, like, scoop it, and even as you're, like, going down and, like, moving it, like, it is starting to cool, but just that, like, its body packs in so much heat that, like, because it's a fire snake, so, like, it needs the snake itself to be dead for a little bit longer to be at, like, room temperature, or even being more comfortable to handle. But, like, a quick, like, grab and toss into your bag would definitely be doable for that.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Alright, anyone else who would do anything?
Murders, find zombies. Why don't you ever suggest anything whimsical?
I think fighting zombies would be good.
I was going to say something, then started second guessing it, but had already hit the unmute button to say it, and then, you know, we're gonna fight zombies, so.
Is this enough zombies? Do we need more?
Side note, outside of game, Derek's computer might have just broke.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why.
I was just reading that.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so got to look into that.
Man, today we are not having it with technology.
No.
It is not a good day for it so far.
Like, I don't even understand. You never have a problem. You know, my husband's always watching TV, and I have never had this problem. I've got noise suppression up and everything. I don't know what's going on.
Charlie, have you ever seen those TikTok videos where they say it's enough slices? That's enough zombies.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
It's enough slices.
There's not enough yet, everybody. We need more.
All of them. That's
All of
it.
them. Yes. Oh, let's get more that like fit with the seawater zombies that we saw before. Here we go. I think that might kill you all.
You think?
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just
Really?
a DM or whatever,
I don't
but I
think
think that might kill us.
Charlie
Okay.
actually just has enough points that they could all be mimics, and he just puts in all of the is that a mimic points. So
I almost did that to the crystal.
I have 25,000 points on my, because my other account has infinity, but my grumpy cat, that's me.
That ain't enough money, Heather.
Oh, I'm sold. I'm
Sure, if
poor.
you want to come fight them all for us.
I'm going. Okay. In all seriousness, anything else anybody would like to do in this room?
June would be good.
Ulrich's good.
Not now that there are all zombies in here. We gotta.
I am running.
Here, run away.
Duper, Jackie, anything that you all would like to do?
Oh.
No moon?
I need to scroll. And made it.
Just to remind both of you, there was something from last week, and that is in this room. But it's, if you don't want to, it's okay.
Yes, I actually forgot about that.
I thought we were on the same page, so I did, but if you want to ignore it, you
Yes. No, so there is one thing that I was gonna bring up earlier when Jackie was looking at it, but we kind of really started moving really fast, so I didn't say anything. Going back to that moonstone that Faith had found, about how high off the ground into the wall is it?
Well, now that the smoke is cleared and stuff, you can see that you can actually like find some higher, you can find them lower.
Okay, perfect. And they're not just like a loose fitting crystal that I can just pull out by myself, right?
You can roll and see if you can find one that's loose fitting. Jackie's roll wasn't quite high enough in that moment to find one.
Okay. And was that
Or we could also.
Yes.
Or we could also be like, hey, Balric, can you mine it?
That's
Okay.
next.
The real way that you have to say it is, would you mind? No.
Would you mind?
Would you mind mining?
You go and you take a look at one, and you're kind of jiggling it. Give me a strength check on it. Gotta make it interesting.
It's really bad when your tank always says "oh no" when there's strength things involved.
Right.
My
you
strength
go.
isn't that bad.
You find one that like looks to be loose and at like an appropriate height level for Duper, and you kind of give it a jiggle, but it's like, you know, a tooth that's stuck. It just needs a little bit more, so you have to jiggle it a bit, but you are able to pull out a moonstone, and it is.
Can we tie a rope around it, hook it up to a door, slam the door shut?
Basically, yes, all those things. Find the door in the cave.
If you get the reference, you're old.
Alright, and let's go. The one that you managed to take out of the wall is only about 2 inches, though, in length, if you're looking for something longer.
Yeah. I would like to find one that's. Or would like to see if I can find one that is at the base, kind of like almost like a cantaloupe size, like a watermelon.
A mini watermelon size.
Yeah.
So as you look around, you find one of those that would be really like about Duper's eye in height, like about like eye level. I could not think of the second word to that when I said eye. About eye level to Duper, and it kind of is like a bulge on the cave wall itself, and it looks like what I had dropped in the chat a minute ago.
Okay.
That like kind of in that shape and everything too up on the wall. But that one is, as you're trying to kind of pull, it seems as though you would need to maybe put something and try prying it off the wall, or anything else that you can come up with.
Okay. The rock that is around it.
You need Balric to come check.
Balric. Yes. Balric, is there any way you could have a look at this moonstone? If there
Would you
is
mind?
Would you mind?
Oh yeah, I'd be happy to come and take a look at it. I'll walk over and take a look at it and kind of the stone around it and everything. And as I do I remember anything about like moonstones and or like could I kind of tell anything about the stone around it too, so that we might be able to pry it out?
Yes, roll me your history check on that for me.
Let's do here again. So that is a dirty 20 actually total.
Not bad.
Okay. So as you are looking at it, you kind of recognize the way that it's like positioned into the wall. Like it just needs to be kind of popped out of the wall. So however you would want to go about doing that. And you know, like moonstones, they have like this milky bluish tint to it, and often they are they're typically used, you know, for jewelry or decoration. And there was a point, and so Balric would also know that during the spell plague era, there was a point where like the value of these really kind of skyrocketed in comparison And you would also have heard some legends of there being where a were creature seeing the side of a moonstone would cause it to shift into its animal form was some of the legend, and that kind of led to an increase in like people wearing it as jewelry and things as well. But it isn't true. It's just one of those urban legends.
Okay.
And last bit, you also know that if somebody were to dream about moonstones, that this could be a warning sign of danger to come.
Okay.
Let you get that stone cunning ability, put it to some use.
Charlie, heads up, you have a message in general.
Yes. We certainly can. I feel like we're kind of at a lull. Let's go ahead and we can do that right now. Let's do a quick about 5-minute break, so 7:15 Central Time. We will be right back, everybody. All right, thank you
Stick
for tuning
around
in.
to see if I get that moonstone out. So.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for waiting for us while we were on our quick break. Just to recap, we have been fighting with a fire snake, and now we've seen the smoke clear out of the room. We gathered up some crystals, and Balric was learning a bit about the moonstone that Duper was looking at. I think that pretty much sums it up. So, at this
Would June
point,
know?
Yeah, go
Would
ahead.
June potentially know anything about moonstones? Like from
Roll.
like, are they a common? Are they common on the island? That's kind of what I'm saying.
They are not overly common on the island. Like, they would be found within caves, and typically pretty deep within caves. This happens to be kind of a more with like all the fungi in the cave, and then being with the vents that are rushing through, has kind of led to their formation here in this cave.
Okay.
So I started thinking about it. I would probably start by trying to take one of my light hammers and kind of like wedge it in between and just kind of pop it out. That bigger one that Duper found.
Okay. All right. Roll a d20 for me, and you can add your proficiency to it.
Okay. Not as nice. That's a 13 total.
Okay. As you go to get this out, like, you do chip it a little bit with your light hammer, but for the most part, you get it out in a solid hunk like it is. It's just that back piece you don't get like the clean break. So like whatever else was embedded into the wall of the cave is still there, but the front facing piece of it has come off for you.
I'll just kind of hand it to Duper and say, well, I couldn't get all of it quite, but it's pretty close, and hand it to him.
It is much appreciated. And I will give Balric 50 gold for being such a swell friend since day one. Or 25 gold, sorry. 25 gold.
You didn't have to do that, but I'll put it in my pocket anyways.
Alright, anything else that you all would like to do in this room?
I'm good.
Okay. As you all are finishing up with that, you do hear the voice echoing through your head as you hear it announced to you, thank you all so kindly. Please come and visit me in my dwelling room. And as you hear that, then you hear Hip says, he looks at you all because he's the one that's like right there, went to like as far as he could. He looks at the group and he says, that was Sinissa. She would like to meet with you all for what you have done here. Follow me and I can lead you that way. And I will just grab tokens. Maybe, if I'm not on the wrong tool.
Balric kind of cracks his back and his knuckles and says, yep, it was all me.
Oh, can I not select?
June just playfully smacks Balric upside the head.
Oh, that's not good. It was. No.
Moving you all did not work as easily as I thought it would. But that is the area that you would be following into. Let me fix it on this map and then we can go.
maybe next time, Ballard, you'll hit the target more than once.
I just got a little sleepy, you know. It happens.
At least he hit the target.
As you all approach into Sinissa's room, you do see that there are two myconids that are standing on either side of Sinissa, and they look to be um, collecting the spores from this like barrel-sized glowing red fungus, and the fungus itself looks like a human brain, and as they collect these, they are puffing the spore like around Sinissa's head. And as you all approach into the room, you hear inside your head. And so, Matt, the thing that you missed, but I'm sure you're picking up, is they just they talk using their spores to like kind of communicate with you all. Like they do like release like a puff of the spore, and that allows them to communicate. And as you all approach and see what is happening in here now, Sinissa goes, I am beginning to feel restored. They are just helping with this, and I thank you all for the help that you have already contributed. I am Sinissa. I'm the leader of my people here. And what you have done today, you've saved not only me, but the entire colony. Words cannot convey how grateful we are. So instead, feel how we feel. You are immediately then overwhelmed with this, with so many emotions as this happens. And again, even stronger than you felt before, you have the sense of like happiness, and you get like the sense of a bright future ahead. You also feel a sense of hope, reverence, and just so many other emotions just kind of wash over you. And it's unlike anything you've ever felt before. The closest thing might be that dinner that you had with Balric and all those different meal, like parts of the meal that he had prepared, but that doesn't even come close to what you're feeling in this moment. And as you're standing there having this washed over, any kind of reaction that you think your character would have?
Um. Oh.
So Balric would just kind of go back to kind of the similar to the like from that meal, similar to that, like basically just kind of that feeling of standing near a forge, or sitting in his chair, just kind of working away on some leather or anything like that. He just feels super happy, and actually now it's not even just him anymore. It's other people within the party, like Duper and Faith and somewhat June, and just still kind of just kind of working away at that, and just keeping busy and everything with these people.
Mm. Um.
Anyone else, anything that your character would be doing or reacting? It's okay if not. I just want to give time if anybody would have any kind of thoughts to it.
I think June would pull out one of the pieces of crystal they got from what was blocking, and would kind of cobble together almost like a makeshift necklace type thing. Like, just like they pull out like a leather, like a long string of leather. They tie a little knot around the center of the crystal, and then June would look to Sinessa and just say, I just want to offer this to you to remember that sometimes asking for help is what needs to be done to ensure that everything can continue to prosper.
June, as you say that, and you are the only one who hears this, it's directly towards you, and as you say that to Sinessa, she says to June, remember the advice that you give, and be sure that you also take it. Thank you for the gift that you have given, and for what you've done today.
June will nod and then kind of take a few steps back towards the group.
So, kind of feeling this emotion, Duper is just going to go silent and just kind of have this blank expression on his face. And let's see, who am I standing next to right now? Would be, let's see.
You're
June
kind of
up
right next to the whole group.
Okay.
June had gone up,
so...
and then they came back. So they're probably like here-ish.
Okay.
I would also guess that you all would have moved in closer. I just got mad at dragging the tokens.
So, kind of basing off of the group, right? Kind of like how this is, regardless of how close we are to her, or, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
With this blank expression on Duper's face, he is just going to start dancing and kind of start moving between the rest of the party, just kind of doing this very rehearsed, almost as if he's done this many times in his life. He's just going to start dancing amongst the group.
Okay. The group, as you see Duper begin to dance, what is your reaction or thought to it?
The wonderful thing about Tigger's. Tigger's a wonderful thing.
We just invented Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. We gotta be careful that, oh no, it's not copyright protected anymore. Disney can't come after us. Disney's
I'll just
the
kind of
worst.
look over. I'll just kind of look over at him and just.
And in now.
Oh hell! And I'll start dancing too.
I'll join him. And I'll say, it's okay to smile.
So after Faith kind of acknowledges what Duper is doing, he kind of snaps out of this trance that he's in and says to the party, I apologize for my outburst. This feeling of happiness almost takes me back to my teenage years, where my family held annual ballets for the town that we lived in. We spent many months rehearsing, and we put a lot of effort and time to get the moves just right. And after the show, we would get flowers and donations. The feeling of bringing joy to other people is a feeling that cannot be recreated.
After he says that, Faith is going to take out one of her wood carvings that she did as a flower and give it to him. To help you remember the good days.
It is beautiful, Faith. Oh, craftsmanship is quite excellent. And I thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Walk over to Faith and kind of elbow them in the back and lean in and whisper, I see you've been practicing.
Well, hopefully, after 5 years, I learned something.
You are always a good student, if sometimes a bit hard on yourself.
Right back at you.
As you all are soaking in the happiness, you all hear in your minds as Sinessa says to the group, please take this as a show of thanks. And as that is said, the two who are next to you give you one of those mushrooms that are the ones that are kind of like shaped like the human brain, passing that on to you. And you also hear, you are also welcome to anything else that you have found along your way. We appreciate what you've done here today. And please let Turok know that he is welcome to return here now that we are on the mend.
Thank you. And I am glad to see that everyone is as well.
And even as like you are looking at just the moments that you've been in the room with Sinessa, it seems as though like she is beginning to like, you know, like
mushroom version of pink up.
Basically, the dark splotches that were on because they were infected by like a blight, like those dark splotches are beginning to kind of fade a bit, and just seems to be perking up more than previous. All right.
We're just happy we could help.
Well, me and my people, we are happy that you were here to help and able to alleviate whatever was seeping in throughout the cave. You are always welcome among me and the others gathered here.
Thank you.
We should get back to Turok. Thank you again.
Okay. As you all go, so you did receive the ruby moral is one thing that you have gotten. And then you were also sent to get the I am like spacing on it, the mushrooms that Turok had asked for. I think they're just heart cap mushrooms, if I'm remembering correctly. Would you take
that sounds
any?
about right.
Yeah. Would you all take anything else as you were leaving? Because you have been given permission.
No, we don't. Well, I mean, I don't need to take just for taking.
Okay.
We have what we need.
Did you guys already find the heart cap mushrooms?
You have not taken those yet. I would assume, though, with everything going on, that you will just go ahead and take them. Because unless you all feel that you wouldn't take the mushrooms that Turok sent you for, then we can go with that, too.
That would just be silly, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But beyond the one that you were given and the one specifically for Turok that you were sent for, would anybody take any others? And you do have permission. That was the last part of the speech. And it can definitely be an individual think it's just gonna help me for knowing for future.
I don't think so. At least not for June.
Okay.
Balric, having been blacked out for the whole time, is not gonna snag anything. So other than what he's already grabbed. So.
All right, so that is a no.
All right, blacked out. He don't deserve nothing else.
I guess I don't get to roll from my mushroom table. You guys are a tough crowd for a DM, let me tell you. All right.
Sorry, we don't want to get high. It's
Who said you were gonna get high from them? Now you're just assuming things.
they're
as you all-
shrooms. I mean,
Okay, I guess fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. But
it's not like
maybe
it was some
the
random
things-
flower that I was like, we're gonna get high.
Whatever. Don't take the mushrooms. It's all good. As you all are exiting and you go down into, I feel like we're better clumped this time for me to grab. Last time everybody was just too far apart. They don't want to have Turok make anything more than healing potions, apparently.
Rock said he didn't want to. He didn't care about any of the others. He just needed.
I did not mean to make a strength ability check. I was just.
It says that was 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's because I'm back on my laptop. Yeah. This is the one that's on the wrong time zone. Well,
okay.
Actually, it's on a VPN, so.
Got it. All right.
It took 4 minutes to travel through 6 different IP addresses. Got it.
As the group is coming down into the main room, you do find the heart-capped mushrooms for Turok as you're going, but you were also greeted by this loud, thunderous noise coming from outside the cave. You also, at this point when you came in, it was low tide. Now as you are getting ready to leave the cave, you are approaching that exit from the cave that you came in, and you see that the water has risen, and it is up actually to the top of the stairs here. It has risen up while you all were within the cave system. And outside, it is the start of a storm.
Oh, shit.
What would the group like to do at this point?
Wait around, it's only going to get worse.
Maybe we could take a small rest after this hard-fought battle we had just encountered.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. See if we can kind of wait out the storm a little bit. And maybe I can skin this fire snake while we're sitting here, and we can have some meat.
These damn animals.
It's already cooked.
Skinning.
It's already cooked.
It's charred boiled. As you are discussing this, Hipses would be still with the group, kind of like escorting you through. And so in your mind, you hear, yes, you are welcome to stay. As Nissa said, you are always welcome here, so you can stay and wait out the storm if you want. Waiting out the tide may take longer.
That's greatly appreciated. I think if we can get through the storm, it could help out. So.
Okay. Alright, so are we staying and short resting and hoping to see if the storm has passed after that?
Yes.
Okay. Anything that you all would be doing at this point, or just straight up resting?
Oh, Charlie, I think you know what I'm doing.
You're skinning the damn snake. I already know.
Peeing in another bowl.
No, I don't have any more bowls.
Okay. All right. So,
I'm gonna say wood carving tools. I'm using my wood carving tools.
And I mean, it's also fine to just be napping. Like, if that's what your character needs, is to, really enjoy
No
that
nap.
short rest.
No. Oh, I'm
That
sorry,
is what
wrong
I
character.
do.
That would
Wrong
be more of
character.
a sunset.
That's sunset right there.
So, June's going to be working on something.
Is that code for me?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's a ways from being an actual.
It's code
thing.
for all of us. That's code for I don't fucking know what it is.
No, I know exactly what June's working on. It just doesn't look like anything yet to you guys.
Okay.
Basically, it looks like a block of wood right now.
And
Alright.
once I get done skinning it, if the meat actually is cooked from it being so warm all the time, I would probably bring it around to everyone who wants some. But
Yeah. So, as you go to work on skinning this fire snake, which I know like nothing really about, but this is what I kind of imagine would happen with it. So I'm gonna go with it. Since like when it's alive and it's like that hot and that fiery essence to it, like the insides obviously aren't cooked or anything, but then like as it dies, it's kind of like that. It's like a slow roasting that happens to the meat. So there are some parts because just how like the snake itself is, right? Like there being skinnier bits and stuff to it, where it has more kind of crisp over. But any of the more hunky parts of the snake, like that is kind of it's really well. And I mean, snakes also tend to be more like juicy and stuff in terms of its meat. Imagining the snake that I've dealt with that has died before, like it's kind of got this really delicate taste to it. The meat itself is very juicy and it has been slow cooked, so it's very tender as well.
sounds fantastic.
Yep, let's all eat snake now. We got to stop turning this into Dungeons, Dragons, and dives. We end up doing it every single session.
Well, we could just get we could have a guest star of Guy Fieri. So
No, I'm saying every week we end up spending 5 minutes talking about food. We're gonna get called out again. All right. Well, you all.
Hey, that's an improvement.
Yeah. You all rest up and work on various tasks. If you are wanting to roll your hit die, you can, and then we can continue. So we will take a moment and take care of that. Oh, I like that in the chat, Guy. Is it for blog? I'm so bad at pronouncing things.
Furbolg?
Yeah, I like that. That's like perfect. Good call there.
The fire snake just lives like this. It's just always like that.
Pretty much. Alright, as you all are taking care of that, the storm outside, it doesn't, like, you're not hearing those loud, the loud thunder coming, like, echoing through the cave anymore. That seemed to have stopped, pretty... Oh, you got, Balric, you got some inspiration.
Oh, well, thank you.
Make sure you make note of that. Yeah, awesome. So as it's no longer echoing through, it probably stopped about 30 minutes or so before your short rest ended. It does still appear to be kind of gray and gloomy out, and raining, but it does not seem to be stormy. The waves coming in at the entrance of the cave, like, those are not as violent as they had been.
Is anyone good at swimming? Or...
Particularly, though, if I imagine if we're going to go, we should go now.
I think Harag volunteered to swim if you all needed him to.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely a wrong.
I do
Go
still
lead the
have
way.
access to his character sheet.
Are we looking for somebody to grab the boat? Is that what's going on?
I
Or are
think
we
so.
all just swimming to the boat?
We always forget about Faith and being able to just fly.
Yeah, well, I was getting to that, but I was just, do I need to bring Duper with me? Because he's
I was
really the
just
only one I
getting
can
ready
carry.
to offer that too, because you've helped me before when you went flying, so I was kind of thinking to go help you to get the boat and then bring it back here for everyone to just hop
Oh,
in.
wait. Or the other option is, I could probably get away with carrying both and Jew to the boat. Then I come back and carry Balric. And then I come back and carry Harag or something.
And then you take a
Nobody
level
has
of
to swim.
exhaustion. And then we end up with our
Okay, well,
flight-based
fine then.
character being... I was joking. We end up with our flight-based character being exhausted.
I am pretty heavy, so...
June is very light, though.
Well, yeah. Duper and June, I figure, aren't too bad.
It's Balric.
Balric by
problem.
himself. But I think Balric by himself I can carry no problem. Just by himself, though. I can't carry anyone else with him. And then Harag I can definitely carry by. Oh, wait. How much do you weigh, Balric?
I'm 160 pounds.
Yeah, I can easily carry you.
Oh, jeez.
Well, easily I still have like 30 some odd pounds. After that, I can carry.
Well,
So-
that's probably just his weight, not him and his gear, so you probably can only
Oh.
just get him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't try and carry anyone else with him, but
Yeah, my gear is another 26.45 pounds. So...
yeah. So, yeah. And I figure
Alright.
the two little ones I can carry my...
Yeah. Duper
The
and
two little
June.
ones I can carry together.
I am a total of 79 pounds with all of my gear.
The question is, do you
June?
think Harag would let you carry him?
I don't know, but given between swimming and me carrying
yep.
him...
Yep. Oh yeah.
I guess that's true. Good thing this wasn't
Harag
really...
His
would
choices
let Faith
are-
cradle him.
Let me carry him, or... Yes, I'm gonna totally cradle him, too.
I almost feel like Harag would try and cast that disc and then remember that it doesn't move.
Yes. I would try using all the mushrooms and stuff. Maybe they're strong enough and I can, like, rock climb along the outside walls and just jump.
Okay, Harag can do that. I mean, I don't think he has the strength, and I think just trying to rock climb would give him, would kill him. But, I'm just making a joke about the wizard having no hands. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all good. All right. So Faith is flying everyone to the rowboat. Let's see how that goes for you, Faith. Let's see how graceful you are. You can do it, but the question is, can you do it gracefully?
Honestly, since I don't know how much June weighs without her equipment, I'll probably just do 4 trips.
June's
just to
only
make it easy.
125 pounds.
Yeah,
Now, is
4
that
trips.
with or without the? Is that with or without the gear?
Let me look on. I have to go to D&D Beyond to look for my gear weight. Because I don't feel like doing math.
Meanwhile,
in total, June is 198.5 pounds.
Oh.
198.5.
Yes.
Give a couple of pounds to Duper over here. Give like 5 pounds to Duper. You can have it right back. I can't carry you like that.
Bold of you to assume I'm going to give it back. No.
Because that's what Duper does.
Yeah.
To be fair, a lot of that is her armor.
Same.
I just need like a 5-pound buffer here.
Oh my goodness.
You are like 3 whole pounds over my weight limit here.
June will hand Duper his their crossbow, which is 5 pounds.
Yeah, all right. Now, did you want me to roll a dex, acrobatics? What are you looking for? D20, just random D20.
Yeah, I'm always about the random D20 because it's not going to change anything. You can do it. Just how well do you do it? Y'all are getting wet from the rain that's coming down and also kind of dipping in a little bit as Faith is trying to get you all to the boat, but you get there. Faith is strong enough to get you there.
I get wet, I gain like 25 pounds.
You're on your there's no one else with you, so
That's what I was kind of thinking too. Was like someone could go and grab the boat and then just bring it like up to the.
I know
mouth of the cave.
yeah, but
you all have turned
I ain't
this
gonna lie, I
into
didn't trust
a
my
door that
ability
was unlocked.
to row it in. I didn't trust my ability to roll it. This was a gift.
You fly with Duper on your back all the time. I would have just made Duper row it in. I can't. You all crack me up. Okay, we're in the boat. We are leaving the caves behind. All right.
Besides,
The door was unlocked the whole time.
The door is unlocked. No, I played with middle schoolers, and I volunteered to continue playing in the summer after that having that gaming club had been, because we were virtual school, and so I played with them in the summer, and I was always worried about like what to have them do because it was a very small group. Well, the first session we spent 2 hours. Matt, I do not like
Did I
you.
get you?
You got me. Oh, I don't like you. I do not like you. Yes, that was loud. Oh my gosh. I'm adjusting that volume.
I also
I
got,
don't have to think I did.
I got a Covido's. I don't know how to say
a
evac.
bystander.
Oh my gosh, I've been reading that as avocados, but I guess it's not. That shows I'm a great
I
teacher.
read it as acevedos. Or
Okay.
acovedos.
As you all are on the rowboat getting ready, I don't want to assume. Where are we headed?
Back to Turret, probably.
Okay, that's what I assumed, but I didn't want to assume. As you all are heading back, you see up in the stormy sky, you see this shadow as it is comes like soaring past you all, and it looks like it is headed right towards Dragon's Rest as you look up and you catch a glimpse of it. And
Oh shit!
Here we go.
everybody except for Faith is above a 10 on passive, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see nothing. Sweet.
Well, it's not that you don't see anything. You just catch like the glimpse of it, just slightly too late to really be able to make out the form
I got a
of
bad
it.
feeling about this.
Why does everything have to be a bad feeling? And so what you can make out of it is the shadow that is kind of going past. It looks to be like a actually I want to check real quick. Don't you love when I pause and need to check something real quick as I'm like describing something just to really build that anticipation? Okay, let's see. So we have a 12. Nope, that's not a player in here. 11, 12, 14, 13, and a 9. So I would say Harag and June and Duper. Um, Barik, you just also kind of catch like a glimpse of it, but probably enough for you to tell what it is. But the others, like you fully see this winged figure as it's going, and it's just the shadow, so you can't quite make out how large it is, but it does look to be a dragon that is flying by and going directly towards Dragon's Rest.
I think we need to go
This
faster,
moonstar's
guys.
pretty. The moon crystal is so pretty.
Okay, Faith. I know that moon crystal is pretty, but we have much more serious things we need to be concerned about right now.
But like
We-
what?
We should start rowing really fast.
Like there is a
Yes.
dragon flying for our home right now. Kind of bad.
Sure.
Yes. I am
Dude
going to
points
start
at the
rowing
dragon
faster.
flying away.
Geyser! I'll start flying.
Row, 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 row.
Oh my god.
Titanic flute. That was perfect.
Flute fan.
Jackie, I've dropped a couple of things in your chat. And I apologize if things are misspelled because I was typing quick.
How dare you?
I
That's
know.
it. Fired. Duh.
Okay. You all begin to frantically row this boat as Faith is kind of unaware of what is going on at first, and then Faith.
But there's nothing. That's nothing new. That happens all the time.
Wait, what happens all the time? We're pretty new here, so.
Renara likes the dragons. They're her friends.
Oh, that is fantastic news. Then we can slow down a little bit.
I mean, to point out, it is a temple of Bahamut.
True. I had forgotten that.
Night, night, little one.
As you begin to kind of slow down your speed of which you are going, anything that the group would do or possibly ask of Faith in this moment?
I got nothing at this time.
That's fair.
So, do the dragons that come normally like ask for anything or need anything or want anything? Or
Do they ask for anything in return?
Well, you have a little bit more info in your chat they haven't shared.
To be fair, all I know is Runara deals with them more than I do. I mean, she's told me bits and pieces, as in she works with them. But she hasn't given me enough to be like, yeah, they totally asked me for this. It's none ya. None my.
oh well, from what I've seen, many dragons can be kind of lackluster in what they ask in return for their favors or anything like that. So we'll see what's going on when we get there, I guess.
Faith, you would also know that typically when this happens, Renara does kind of keep everybody in like at distance. In the instances in the past when this has happened, and it's not like it's not an every like week or even every year occurrence and stuff. So like June, you probably wouldn't be familiar at all with like having seen this happen on the island before. But Faith, like you would also know that like when it does, Renara, you know, she keeps the kobolds kind of away from the area. The temple is kind of shut down in those moments so that like no one is in the area of anything, her teachings that are going on.
So yeah, temple's gonna go on lockdown. Everybody's gonna be moved away.
Well, that might be for the best. So
I mean, she knows dragons can be finicky. We all know that.
they're very moody, I must say.
As you all are rowing, go ahead.
Oh, I just said I prefer not to leave things a chance. Especially with what we've learned today.
As we're not going to assume.
Yes, do not assume.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. I being the DM is like hard because I never know when to like push us along, and I never want to interrupt because that's like my nature. But then I'm just like I have no clue.
You never want to make an assumption because then you make an ass out of you and someone named Dungeon.
Yes. As you all are rowing in and going back through, like the water is a bit choppier than it had been previously. And one thing that stands out to you all as you are going is you do notice that there is some debris in the water. Like, as you're looking around using your passes for this, you don't notice, like, in this moment, shipwreck or anything, but you can tell that, like, there has been a shipwreck pretty recently happening that has happened somewhere near the island besides yours as you are kind of rowing in, but the waves crashing and like into the side, but not like super hard to your rowboat, like has kind of that like churning of the water from the storms earlier. You're seeing more debris floating up on the top of the water.
Well, it looks like someone met a rather untimely demise. There could be survivors, though.
Survivors like you or survivors like your companions?
Wait, what's the difference?
What does That's
The companions that were the zombies. Remember, there were zombies when you first got there?
Oh, I thought you meant like duper.
No, I didn't mean duper.
I am offended. What did I do?
Like your companion, short and furry.
I guess they could technically be some of either, but hopefully more like us. I don't know for sure. They could be more of anything, it seems.
And Faith, you would be aware that the shipwrecks, like, just in general, there just seem like something with the shipwrecks ends up like leading to a lot of the zombies and stuff coming onto the island. Like, you know that those definitely go hand in hand. You probably had to fight off some zombies while you were stuck in that boat when your ship crashed before.
Well, we should probably make a quick scan. Y'all should probably make a quick scan. Make sure there aren't any zombies. We can look for actual survivors later. Should probably double check on the village, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd kind of make a scan to make sure I don't see any like zombies or anything like that. But
Okay. You can roll a perception. If your passive is higher, we will use that.
Perception. Hey, that is a dirty 20. Wait, no, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. Dirty 20 for me.
And a nat 1 for Duper.
Duper thought the moon crystals were pretty too.
No, Duper is too busy rowing. He doesn't have time to look out for zombies. He's just trying to get to shore.
It's true. The oar is bigger than I am.
Yeah. As Balric scans the water and stuff, with it being high tide, like, you don't like notice anything like too much or anything, just that debris in the water. You don't see any zombies. Even like looking towards like the shoreline, you don't see any walking on the shore or anything like that either. Alright, the group continues and you do get back to the dock near Dragon's Rest. What would you all like to do? And I would say, based on like timeline and stuff, we're probably looking at it being around, I would say, 3 or 4 p.m.
Assume either Faith or myself would know whether or not Turok would still be at home or if he would have moved with the Elder to someplace.
But Turok would probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's probably getting dinner ready.
That is fair. Also, don't forget, so Turok would either be, and it's kind of hard for you all to judge, but like he would either be getting dinner ready, or if there was anything with the market still going on, or perhaps coming back from the market. So either of those things, because the market was, you know, that thing that I prepared for you all.
Oh yeah, do we want to
skipped.
check and see if the market's still...
Yeah, it would be fantastic to see if the market's still here.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Market! I think somebody wants us to go to the market. Wait. My god is... Market!
Oh my god. Are you guys going to check for Turok, or are you going to the market region?
Well, since it's hit or miss on whether it'll be there, we'll stop by the market, see if it's there first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
agree.
Then halfway there, we're gonna change our minds and then go find Turok and then just blow off the market again.
No, halfway
Yeah.
there we're going to find Turok's apprentice, and no.
The game responds to you all. So you all go. First, you go up the docks and the tavern that Duper and Faith had been at previously would be the first thing that you would get to before getting to where the market would be, because I was kind of like in between. So as you get there, the tavern itself seems to be a bit more busy than it had been the previous day when Duper was hanging out there, helping out Teddy and Brolin. Look at me remembering these names. There seems to be quite a few more people inside the tavern. You're fine to continue if you want. You can continue to the market, or you can go in the tavern. Or you can go back to Dragon's Rest. Choices are always yours. Or jump in the ocean.
Head back to Neverwinter. No.
It's like, screw this, I'm done.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I think I would continue moving toward where we kind of figure the
Market.
the market is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's easy enough. Duper's been there. Faith and June are from the island, so you are good to go. As you continue to the market, you do see there is currently one stall that is occupied, and the owner of it is packing up shop because it has been raining pretty heavily. And it looks like every other place in the market has already closed and has left the area. I had to think really long and hard about if you all chose to go to the market after going to the island, to the caves, and it was a really hard choice on the DM part. But it just didn't make sense. Yeah, it didn't make sense for it to still be there.
Well, darn, we missed out. So.
Yeah.
I wonder if many of the vendors were here. I wonder if they didn't make their way to the tavern, and that is why it seems to be busier than normal.
That could be. I also wonder if the one packing up knows when they'll be back next. I'll walk over and ask him, and I'll walk over and ask him.
You walk over and you see a gnome who is packing up, and he has very vibrant copper-colored hair, and his eyes are like this really like bright blue with like gold flecks in it, and he looks up at you all, and this rain, it really kind of put a damper on today. Is there anything I can get for you all? Anything I can pull out some stuff I typically sell. Things with like gears and clocks and things like that. Those are my favorite types of oddities.
I'll kind of shout back to the group real quick. Anyone need gears and clocks and whatnot?
I also have these feathers. They never stop fluttering. And he pulls out some feathers that just keep on fluttering as he is holding them, like they're in the palm of his hands and they're just fluttering away.
And some very flappy feathers. But then I'll also ask him. Well, so we were wondering, when is the market going to be back in town? Do you know perchance, or is it just kind of random?
Yes, it has been. Well, we used to come every week, and then the storms tend to have been picking up more, and today we weren't anticipating such a storm, and here we are. I know a lot of people, as soon as the clouds came, they immediately packed up and took off. And I don't know if they left or not, but they definitely got out of the rain for sure. I would guess the next time that, or at least the next time I'm coming, I guess that's what really matters, is the next time you can meet me, would probably be 4 weeks from now.
4 weeks from now? All right, 4 weeks from now. That sounds fantastic. It'll be great to see you again.
Hopefully you guys are flying into the Spelljammer. Remember, that's part of our campaign.
And then I'll just kind of like nod to him and say no mistake, and then I'll walk away.
I guess you weren't interested in what I had to offer. You kind of hear him mutter under his breath.
I kind of shout over my shoulder. Someone else in our group could be. Like I said, anyone else interested in gears and whatnot?
I'm good.
You? Feel like that's up your alley. Actually, did you say clocks? We could use a clock.
I did say clocks.
Oh, this is gonna be cool.
So,
What do you have?
You're interested. Let me see. Well, this one here I call the Whimsy Crone, and this clockwork, well, it's one of my favorites. It definitely shows what I can do, and you see that it is a tabletop clock. It's about 8 foot tall, and it has this rotating display of various like scenes and stuff. So there's like a forest scene, a down by like the beach. The mechanisms look to be very they kind of just like show that curiosity piece to this merchant, and you see it's also inside of a glass dome, and so you can see like all the workings of the clock as it's moving through, and you see it has these intricate engravings of dancing gnomes. There's also some fairies that are prancing on it, and other playful creatures.
That is amazing.
Yes,
So
the
perhaps a bit
chimes.
impractical.
Oh, no. This one, it's not impractical at all. I just can't describe it. I put a lot of work into it. You never know exactly what all you would get from a clock for me.
Just thinking something a little more portable.
Like a watch, not a clock.
Peace. Though if I had a place, that is amazing.
Let me see if I happen to. Are you thinking like a pocket watch, or maybe one with on a band? What do you have in mind?
Pocket.
Well, I think I've got quite the trick for you. It's called the Luminaire. And he pulls out this watch that's very small. And for the size of it, you're drawn to just how detailed it is. It's about 2 inches in diameter, and it looks to be made from polished brass, and it has the etchings of the stars and constellations on it.
Oh, that's pretty.
And
yes,
it
it's
looks
very
like,
well made.
yeah, as you look at it, the back side of it, there's like a part of that copper that's kind of been almost like it's been polished too much in a way, where you can actually kind of like see through it and see like those mechanisms of the watch working.
Fortunately, I have.
Well, what do you think? Is this a watch that you might be interested in, or?
What are you looking for it? Looking for it.
Well, a watch such as this, I would probably need, I would say, 50 gold.
Well then. I would be. That is definitely something I would want, but I would have to wait.
Well, like I said, I will be back again. So if there's something that you can think that you might want, I could design a watch specifically for you or for any of you, to that matter. All right, you can see and take the chances of this watch still being available. Or if you have money to put for a down payment, I will save this watch until the next time I pass through.
Would you be interested in a trade for the watch?
It all depends on what you're trading. As you can see, I'm a collector of things. Anything I can tinker with, I'm more likely to accept. What you've got in mind?
Well, I am not for sure the value of such things, but for my dear friend Faith, I do have this, and I will take the small moonstone that I gathered and set it on his little desk area.
Out of game, would it be a fair trade?
Oh, that's not an out-of-game question, my friend.
That's what I said. But here's a question. Here's a. Can I roll persuasion to make sure that we get a fair trade?
I'm way ahead of you.
I
was gonna.
I mean, okay, so like I feel like what you'd want to insight check on it and stuff versus like persuading. Like, if I'm selling you something, I'm gonna want to take whatever I can. Like, if it's only worth $10 and you offer me 50, I'm not gonna be like, oh, actually, here I only need 10.
Yeah.
I do also have proficiency with jewelers tools. So I've been around kind of the jeweling trade and everything like that.
Okay.
So I hadn't actually seen his smaller one up until this time. So, like, once I see that, would I have taken note at all of how much it would give you tree fitty?
I'll give you 350.
I got
Would I-
555.
Roll
I got
for
a
me.
19 on insight for it.
I see that. I want to get all the rolls out so then I can like collectively answer all the questions. So Matt, roll a d20 and add your proficiency to it. And then Duper, was there anything that you were wanting to do?
I wanted to see his reaction to seeing this moonstone before I went any farther with this deal.
Okay, so you're also, I feel like, trying to gauge.
So, yeah. Yep, so right now, I would say if I'm doing anything, it would be like an insight check to kind of see his expressions when he sees this moonstone.
Okay. I think that's fair. I need like 20 seconds, so I'm gonna get up and step away, but you can make your roll just because it actually kind of fits. Where is my camera though? There it is.
Take guidance on it, Weaver.
Nice.
Okay.
We got the same.
Okay, and I will roll my guidance.
Oh,
Ooh.
Good
That's
lord.
nice.
Damn,
I got a
rolling
total of
a.
13.
Oh man,
Look at you all go.
I'm having rogue flashbacks.
Okay, so look, I went and I grabbed a pocket watch from my childhood when I was in like 7th grade. Tasmanian Devil right there. But boom,
Yes.
I'm a 90s kid. The Looney
I have,
Tunes
like,
was all the
4 right
rage.
behind me. I have a bunch of different pocket watches right behind me, and I just need to find them quick.
Okay, so you're wanting to get a check on like his reaction. I would say what you get from that, like as he's kind of like looking at the moonstone, is it's something that like isn't seen often. So like it's rare, but it's not like so he's like taking in like seeing it.
Okay.
Matt with oh, go ahead.
So basically, when he sees this, it's not so much a like, ooh, that's worth a lot of money. It's more of a, ooh, I would really like.
I
to
haven't
have
seen
that.
one of these in 20
Uh-huh.
years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of you're kind of getting that impression. And Matt, looking at actually, Jackie, remind me your insight check. What were you're trying to get a sense of if he was trying to swindle you? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or if he was going to, that'll be after he assesses it and he's like, okay.
Okay.
If he accepts that's more of a, if he accepts the deal, are we getting a good deal?
Okay.
Is it a fair trade?
Yeah. So as Matt, as you are looking, this watch over, like, I think it kind of puzzles you in a way because it's so intricately made that you think that he could easily get 10 times what he has asked the group for, if not more. And as he sees the moonstone kind of placed on, and he looks looks at you and, oh, well, that's mighty kind of you to offer to assist your friend here. That honestly is it's really probably close. I mean, without having a professional graded, it's probably close to being worth about the same of what I've asked of it. So I feel like that would be, to me, a fair trade if all of you are in agreement of it.
And hearing that, I will look to the group too to see kind of if they have any thoughts.
Oh, well, oddly enough, I am a professional in grading things such as this.
The way you were handling the watch, I wasn't too sure. You seemed to have to get a little too close, if you will. I know that you have. I mean, you have to get close and inspect, but it didn't quite seem like that for you. My apologies.
Oh, it's no problem. I've been away from jewelry for a little while, but I do still have some of the tools, and I'd need to find them, of course. But no, if it's completely up to Duper and the rest of the group. I do know some about this stuff, but it's been quite some time anymore. So
He appears to be telling the truth, though.
You don't get any with that 19. You don't get any sense of him like lying at all about it. I would say with
Well,
a 19
I'm going to stay out of the.
insight. I would also add with a 19 insight, I think that Faith would also kind of pick up, if anything, he's probably the one that's not getting the good end of the deal. Like, you all are getting the good end.
Well, considering I am the one looking to buy it, I am going to defer to the group on whether or not we actually want to. So it seems rather self-serving for me to vote for this one.
Well, we cannot all defer to the rest of the group. That is not how we move forward with decisions.
Just
Moon,
do
you have
it!
anything to add?
Make your dreams
Just do
Just
it.
do it.
Oh my gosh. Are we, like, flipping a coin? I'm gonna roll a dice. If it's odd, you're trading. If it's even, you're not.
I want to do it.
Okay, do it.
All right.
Okay.
Just do it.
Just do it!
And I will kind of slide the moonstone towards him. Not letting go of it until the watch is...
The watch is in Balric's hand. He's, like, looking it all over.
Oh, okay, then yes. Then I will kind of slide him the moonstone.
I'll place the watch back on the like the table or whatever it was kind of on that he was showing us.
Ah, thank you. He picks it up and he pulls out like a handkerchief and begins like wiping it off after the group has touched it, kind of giving it the shine back, removing any fingerprints. Well, what do you
Can't
say?
have fingerprints.
Is it a trade or not a trade? I understand if you aren't ready to move forward. No big deal on my part, but I do need to pack up before it gets dark out.
Looks like, I guess, yes.
It is a deal.
It is a deal.
Excellent. You are really going to love having this watch. I can assure you of that. As
Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course, you are most welcome. As you take the watch, you kind of like feel, and it's only Faith, who, as like you take it and put it in to your pocket and stuff, you have this like very calm and like meditative feel, kind of like washing over you. All right. And with
Thank
that,
you, Super. How can I repay you?
You have helped me and the rest of this group more than I could have ever imagined. Need not repay me.
Thank you, Super. Free piggyback rides. Or is that bunny back rides?
Yes.
all right. I think that's bringing us right into a pretty good stopping point. As you all are finishing up interacting with the merchant, where do you think your characters, just so I can have an idea, where do you think they would venture to next as a collective?
I think we were talking about heading to the tavern now that it's gone.
Or
Tavern.
well, I would probably also bring up that we should see if Tarak is somewhere making food of some sort, so that we can maybe drop the mushrooms off so that they're safe. So.
Oh yeah, we should
Yeah,
probably
we
drop
need to
the
go
mushrooms
to
off
Tarak.
first and then go to the.
With all the people from the market, maybe Tarak was there, and maybe Tarak is at the
True.
tavern.
Yeah, so the natural court, you're gonna walk right by the tavern again. So if we're thinking of natural courses,
Alright.
that would be a thing. But if I know those two things, that
Okay.
gives me enough to know. Alright, as I get us ready to raid, what is going through the characters' minds, thinking about having saw the shadow of a dragon come over, and like Faith gave a little reassurance to it. But what do you think, like deep down, your character might be thinking?
Terrified.
Right now, apparently, I feel nothing.
June's still
But-
very worried about it.
Balric would be pretty on edge. He's dealt with some dragons before in his life, and he still kind of has a kind of a deep-seated bad taste in his mouth from it. So,
Honestly, oh, sorry.
just
Sorry.
pretty worried would be the big thing.
Probably cautious and aware, but honestly, if it was going to attack, it would have by now, and there would be chaos right here. So it's probably just one of Runara's buddies. But we're not going to let our guard down either.
Okay. Was that everybody? I was only half listening.
Think so.
I promise. Okay.
I think it was everybody but Harag.
That is
Yeah.
true. I imagine he might like dragons, I feel. Maybe. I don't know. Alright,
Chromatic only.
Alright, as we are getting ready to wrap up, we are going to raid. Thank you if you are tuned in, and if you came back again to watch us again, I appreciate having people jumping back in. If you're watching and you haven't hit that follow button, not sure why you haven't, make sure you do so you can catch us. We are not playing next week, but we will be back the following week. Next week on Tuesday happens to be the first official day of school, having kids and everything. So for me, we're going to take a break and then we'll jump back in. But we are going to check out my favorite to raid. Thank you, the Minds. We are going to raid Hoosier Geeks. Remembering I'm from Indiana originally, and they are always working whenever they stream. They are streaming for charity, specifically Riley's Children's Hospital in Indianapolis, which is a great organization. I had a cousin who actually had to receive treatment there when I was younger, and I just remember like how good that they did in handling that situation. So I love when we can raid into that channel. Alright, anything from anybody else before we jump into our raid?
Thank you all so much for watching.
Yes.
And we'll see you in 2
Thank
weeks.
you, guys.
Alright, we will see you all in
See you
2
later.
weeks. Let's go. In the chat, make sure you type raid and put a bunch of emojis and go crazy. Here we go.